What's up, y'all? Back again today with a very special video. So today I want to make this video is not going to be easy to make, but it has to be done. If you're wondering, I might look like shit, because I do look like shit, because I'm tired. You know, I'm going to tell you a quick story. So remember when you learned about Rosa Parks when you were younger, and they taught you, okay, Rosa Parks, she was tired one day on the bus. So that's why she didn't get up, because that day she was tired. That's how they taught it to me in school. Like, she was just tired that day. Her feet were hurting that day. That's why she didn't get up. But now that I got older, I realized, no, Rosa Parks was tired, sick and tired, goddamn. Meaning like, nah, bitch, this is the day. You picked the right day. I ain't doing it. Yeah, I'm a little tired. I'm Rosa Parks tired. You know, I'm not just sleepy. I'm Rosa Parks tired. I've been trying to do this thing, this channel, and da-da-da-da-da, and also live life. So that's why I haven't been, in front of the camera so much. I've been behind the camera a little bit, editing, researching, putting together clips and whatnot. So this video, we're going to talk about the Black American mother. I'm just going to go straight in. I'm not going to make any apologies or any, preconceived thoughts. I want to talk about the Black American mother because I'm Black. And by Black, of course, I'm referring to those human beings absorbed with light. But I'm Black, right? So I could have a larger discussion, but I feel like it can get diluted because I'm not sure how the inner workings of different cultures, households are. All I could do is speculate. I could only speculate how the structure is in a Chinese family's household. I can only see from what I see. However, when we talk about Black households, this is where I have a little bit more footing because, like I said, I'm Black and I can speak to that experience personally, as well as the friends that I've seen, the acquaintances that have told me about their, childhood. Again, we're speaking about the Black American mother. Before I go any further, I just want to let it be known that I'm not here to bash anybody. Like I said, this is the only thing I'm just going to say. I'm not here to bash anybody, and I want to say this for a reason. I want to say this because if I was a man making a video about a woman, right, which I am, you're going to already get a number of women who feel like I'm being biased, and that's understandable. Likewise, if you have a woman making a video about men, you're going to have a number of men that feel like she's being biased, and so this is why I always speak about accountability, personal accountability. I've made many videos about men being accountable. I even have a video called What About Black on Black Crime? I suggest you look at that if you want to see a video of me talking to men and the things that we do wrong. This video is not about that though, right? This video is about the Black American mother. And we have to talk about this because, well, let me just show you this video real quick. Yeah, I told you this wasn't going to be an easy video to make. I told you that already. It's not going to be an easy video to make. Let me just tell you what happened first. Let's just take it step by step. What you just witnessed, unfortunately, was a Black American mother giving oral sex to a man in the backseat of a vehicle with one of her children outside of the window, banging on the door, and her other son, a much younger son, in the front seat looking in. And both of the children are looking at this sex act. And you have someone recording the whole thing. Of course, I had a whole bunch of questions when I saw this, as you do. I don't know anything other than what I saw in this video. I don't know who it is. I didn't even research to find out the backstory. Was it a prank? Nothing. Here's the thing. Let's just play devil's advocate and say this was a prank, which I hope to God it was, which we all know it wasn't. Let's just say this was a prank. Even if it were a prank, those young children looking at their mother doing that motion to a man who very likely was not the father, which we're going to get into later, that's traumatizing. It's traumatizing to see your mother giving even the notion of giving oral sex to a man, even if it is your father. Let's just say it is your father, because I'm gonna try not to go in on this video, but I might have to. Let's just say it is your father that you walk in on and see your mom giving your actual biological father oral sex. Even if you walked in on that, you would be traumatized. And that's your biological father, right? So now imagine walking in to see your mother giving oral sex to a man who is not your father. Mind you, that will be traumatizing even if you're an adult or a young teen. These children were beneath the age of 10, watching their mother give oral sex to a man in front of them. I'm gonna let you make your speculations, but now here's my commentary on that. This is in America. That is a black American mother, okay? Before I even talk about the mother, let's just go ahead and get it out the way and talk about the obvious truth of the father, right? Or the man who is there. Because this is my assumption now. I have to make assumptions based on the fact that I don't know the context behind this video. All I see is the action. My assumption is that the man receiving oral sex from this woman is not the father. The reason why I make that assumption is because I don't know any fathers who would sit there staring at their children while they're getting oral sex and their child staring right in their face. I don't know. I mean, to me, that's something off right there. It makes me sick to my stomach to even talk about this, because when I look at it, of course, I blurred the video out. I blurred the faces out. But when you look at it, dude is staring at the kids. He's sitting there staring at the kids purposely, doing this act, almost trying to traumatize the kids. And this is where we have to talk about the hatred that black men have for each other. Black men have a certain hatred for each other that's actually scriptural. I'm freestyling this, y'all. Forgive me. I'm struggling to even keep it together for this video enough to make it structured. I'm trying not to go all over the place because this is a very complex thing. This video that we're talking about, that we're witnessing, is possibly the worst video on the internet to date. All that other crap that you've seen on the internet, you've seen people die on the internet. This is the worst video I've ever seen, and I'm still trying to process it myself. And this is my reaction video to it. I just saw this video 30 seconds before I pressed record. I'm still trying to process this, but it's scriptural, the hatred that black men have for each other. In Deuteronomy, it talks about the curses that would happen to the children of Israel if we don't stay in line with what God wanted for us. And it says that our eye will be evil towards our brother. The man who is delicate and tender among you, your eye will be evil towards your brother. It also talks about you not being with your children and you having a contempt relationship with the mother of your children. These are curses that were on the children of Israel, okay? So now, when we talk about the hatred that black men have for each other, you have to hate a man that you don't even know in order to look at his child in the face while you're performing sexual acts with his mother. That takes a special level of lowness. First of all, you're just low. But it takes a special kind of contempt that only black people possess for one another. I'm gonna give you a lyric that actually Jay-Z said. Now, mind you, I'm not here to bash anybody, but I do need to use examples. And I'm not here to give my opinion on Jay-Z in particular, but a lot of people feel like he's a leader for the black community and all this. And recently, let me play this video real quick where Boosie said about Jay-Z. Look at this.
I gotta say something about this shit, bro. Dwayne Wade, you going too fucking far, dog. That is a male. A 12-year-old. At 12, they don't even know what their next meal gonna be. They don't have shit figured out yet. He might meet a woman, anything at 16, and fall in love with her. But his dick be gone. How you gon'... Like, bro, you going too far, dog. Don't cut his dick off, bro. Like, don't address him as a woman, dog. Don't cut his fucking dick off, Dwayne Wade, bro. You fucking tripping, dog.
Did you ever feel like you needed to apologize to the Wade family?
Nah. They already tried to do that. They was trying to hook up some shit with a meeting. They say Jay-Z was gonna get him on the phone and all that shit. I need to apologize to save this and save that I got coming up. They gonna... Hey, tell Jay-Z I don't want to talk. Yeah, I'm not apologizing for shit. I don't give a fucking Jesus call and tell me to apologize. I said what I said, man. I felt that was right.
So basically, Boosie said that Jay-Z called him and wanted to set up a press conference or a meeting for Lil Boosie to apologize for his statements on Dwayne Wade's son, where Lil Boosie said, I don't agree with allowing your little 12-year-old son to turn into a woman. Jay-Z tried to intervene and get Lil Boosie to apologize. This is Jay-Z. This is the dude y'all say is for the black community, right? Jay-Z has lyrics when he was having problems with Nas. Any old school hip-hop fan or any real hip-hop fan for that matter knows about Jay-Z and Nas, right? Mind you, I'm going somewhere with this story. Jay-Z and Nas, two of the biggest, possibly, definitely top 5 rappers of all time, for different reasons, were going at it, right? They had problems, personal problems. Well, in the midst of that, Jay-Z ended up having sex with Nas's daughter's mom. You can look all this up. This isn't a rumor. This isn't me gossiping. This is fact. Jay-Z had sex with Nas's baby mom, right? I guess they had broke up or whatever, and Jay-Z slid in and did the thing. So Jay-Z and Nas get into not only have personal problems, but then they go into making diss records with each other, right? We know about Ether and all these takeover. Well, there's a diss record that's called Super Ugly by Jay-Z, where Jay-Z says, well, listen to the lyrics.
Me and the boy AI got more in common than just ballin' and rhyming. Get it? More in common. I came in your belly back seat, skeeted in your Jeep, left condoms on your baby seat. Since you infatuated with saying that gay shit, guess you was kissing my dick when you was kissing that bitch. Nasty shit. You thought I was boning Renette. You calling Karma 100 times, I was boning her neck. You got a baby by the bra, you can't disown her yet. When is your lies end? When does the truth begin? When is reality setting? Or does it not matter? Gotta hurt, I'm your baby mama's favorite rapper.
You hear that? So Jay-Z says in this rap lyric that he had sex with Nas's baby mom and ejaculated into a condom and left the dirty condom with sperm in it on the baby seat. That's what Jay-Z said. Now, that's the lyric I thought of when I saw this video. And that's a certain level of hatred that you have to have for a man that I've only seen in the black neighborhood. I've only seen that in the black community. And again, this is why I only have to speak about black people, because I don't know how truly white people interact or Asians interact in relationships, but from what I can speculate, I don't see Asian men going out of their way to have sex with another man's wife or another Asian man's girlfriend. I don't see that. I see respect in the households. I see respect for people's wives amongst other cultures. Black culture is the only quote-unquote black culture, whatever that may be, is the only culture I see where they're talking about, I'll fuck your baby mom. Think about that. You don't hear rock stars or people in rock, and you don't hear the country singers and people, you don't hear anybody else talking about having sex with another man's wife. Why is that? Have you noticed that? I've never heard a song by a country singer talking about sleeping with another man's wife or his girlfriend and bragging about it all the time. For some reason, that's a common theme, a reoccurring theme in rap songs is, I'll fuck your bitch, I'll fuck your baby mama. Where does that come from? Again, that's a biblical curse. That's what we need to understand about the men in the video. That's why I needed to get that out the way first. That type of man is not meant for the kingdom. That type of man, there's an evil demonic spirit on that man, period. He's so far gone that I don't even want to try to help him. When they say cast not your pearls before swine, that's swine right there. A man that's going to look at another man's child in the face, a 1-2-year-old child in the face while you're having his mom performing oral sex on you. Come on, bro. And that's just some weirdo activity anyway. Now we have to talk about the mother now and why I'm making this video. Again, that's not those children's father. So imagine how the father feels if he sees that video, the father of these two boys. What would be his reaction? What would be your reaction? I'm asking you to put yourself in the shoes of a man who sees a video where the mother of his child or of his children is giving oral sex to a man in the back seat, broad day, in front of his two kids while they're awake and looking at it, and another man recording. How can any human being react to that other than being infuriated. See, this is why I'm making this video. The Black American man in particular is asked to be Superman. You have to be Superman in order not to react to the things that are placed on you. When we talk about the judiciary system, the family courts, right? What we're talking about is, again, in the black community is all I can talk about. In the black community, I've talked about it before, how clearly the women are incentivized to rule over the men, which again is another biblical curse. It was a curse put on us that our women would rule over us. So these women have been incentivized and been given certain positions and have certain leniencies and luxuries that the men do not have, so that the woman could gain a financial lead over the man. Once the woman has a financial lead over the man, she's able to provide her own place, her own car. She's quote unquote educated in this system, which we know is a joke. After a while, she's gonna see, I don't need this man. And the judiciary courts and everybody else, the police is backing her up. This is why I'm making this video for the Black American mother. Not so much to convince y'all. I don't need to convince you. You already got it, right? I'm making this video as a plea, if there happens to be anyone, any woman who sees this injustice, understands that it is her responsibility to make the prototype, the correct prototype. I can't even talk. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, I can't even talk. You have to make the correct prototype. If you're watching this and you are a woman, you have to show that you are the prototype that needs to be followed. When you allow people like Cardi B to be the main figurehead or the main representation of your demographic, you are headed for destruction. I'm not even making this video to shame that woman, because clearly, like I said, man, my videos, at this point, I'm just giving my opinion. I'm just talking about what I see. What I don't want us to do is make excuses for her. Well, she was probably traumatized before, and because that's what we do a lot with women, and I feel like that leads us to enabling them. You're enabling a woman if every single time, no matter what she does, you find a way to justify it by saying, well, somebody must have hurt her, or something probably happened to her when she was younger. Not saying that these things are not true or valid, but at some point, accountability has to come into play where you say, okay, I was traumatized by A, B, and C. I understand that, I'm addressing that, and I'm working on that. I'm not going to use that as a means or a reason to treat other people unfairly. I would love to see for more women is actual accountability amongst not only yourself, but amongst your sisterhood. When you see a woman like this who's out of line, I need to see women make videos about this. Why am I only seeing men complaining about this? I was hesitant to even make this video because it's just gonna be drowned out. Oh, another man complaining about feminism, or another man complaining about mothers, or complaining about child support, complaining about this. I can make a million complaints. I can tell you a million things, but coming from my mouth, it's not gonna have so much power. The same way I could talk about racism all day, but let a white man with blonde hair and blue eyes come and say some of the shit I'm saying, it's gonna be a lot more powerful, because you're like, damn, this white man's exposing racism? So we need women to expose this toxic femininity. This is what we need. That's why I'm not even, I mean, what am I gonna do? What can I say? Here's this woman giving head to a man in front of her 2 kids. Can I intellectually break that down? Should I even intellectually break that down? Do I even need to show that we are living in hell at this point? At what point is it too much? At what point can we have a family meeting? That's my question. At what point are we gonna have a family meeting and say, okay, y'all, this is too much now. We allowed this, we allowed that, we allowed this, we allowed that, but now this is where we can all admit this is too far, right? What video do I need to show you to see that we've gone too far as a people? I don't know what to say. I truly don't know what else to say. And again, the court system is going to incentivize this behavior from women. When women are not held up to the same standard as men, which they're asking for, the funny part about it is the very mantra of feminism is you wanted equal rights. But when we're asking you to be equally held accountable, that never happens. What would be the reaction if a man was getting oral sex from a woman in front of kids, in front of daughters, should I say? Because we all know if those were women in the car, or should I say little girls in front of the car, we all know we would call that man a pedophile. We all know that. You may still call him whatever, it doesn't matter. We need to hold these type of men and women accountable. And the reason why I'm not harping on the men is because, like I said, I made many videos about men. And the rest of the world is already blaming black men. So, I mean, just throw your hat into that ring. I want to talk about the less discussed thing, the less popular thing, and the more important thing, really, truly and honestly, because that man, again, he wasn't the father. So no matter what he wanted to do, he couldn't have done it unless she was submitting to him. It's not about she can't move on and have her fun, but at the same time, there's a time and a place. To do that in front of your kids in broad daylight shows that you're not even competent to be a parent. But will the police intercede on this? Will the protective services intercede on this? Probably not. So again, I just wanted to make this video to show exactly how bad of shape we are. This is the worst video I've ever seen in my life. And I had to blur out the faces because I don't want to get no copyright strike or nothing like that. I don't want to get in trouble. But this is what can I say, y'all? Y'all let me know in the comments below. Vibrate high, please.
I have set you apart. Oh, Lord, I can't get no help in here. I have set you apart.